What is up, my friends, and how's it going? And welcome back to the 8th episode of our Let's Play series as Parthia with your fellow comrade summary. In the previous episode, we were at war and we completely wiped out the Mauryan faction. We gave the province of Maka to our subject Zranka, and they are in the process of building a stables as we desired. Meanwhile, over here in the west, we have both of our armies stationed outside Ekbatana in an ambush stance, and we are very soon going to declare the war against the Atropatene as they are our next target. However, in the east, we do have one of our armies. Basically, this army will be our siege-based army. We are going to move him towards Frada. And now that we are in Frada, we can begin to get some Mauryan elephants. However, I am going to wait for them to upgrade this building further. Hopefully they do so quickly, and then I can get even better Mauryan elephants. However, for now, I think these two elephants should do quite well. Meanwhile, I can also get some Indian archers. Keep in mind, I do not want to go for the reformed archers as of yet, since the Mauryan reforms themselves haven't triggered, and I do not want to cheese the game by getting better archers than what the faction themselves can get. Meanwhile, we can also get some shock-related troops. So let's go ahead and just get the elephants, the reserve elephants, as well as some of the Mauryan archers. And we are looking quite good for this army. What we do need to get is one field artillery so that we can break down the walls, and that would take us to 17. Maybe get a couple of melee flanking melee troops, and for that I would recommend going for this troop over here. These guys are quite good. We could wait for the Mauryan macemen. They are significantly better. However, these troops do come from that second population class, so I can go ahead and get them. And we are looking quite good for now. Our economy is a little bit struggling. Meanwhile, our politics is quite manageable. We are in the process of leveling up some of our characters that have come of age. And meanwhile, also, we can marry off this character over here. Go ahead and give her the gravitas, well as that authority. Stack up as much authority as we can with household traits for this character, and we can go ahead and improve authority in this turn as well. So I'm guessing in the next turn she should be at around 7 authority, which is quite good. And yes, without any further ado, let us go ahead and begin our war against the Atropatene. The Atropatene claim to be the successors of the Achaemenid Empire, and we cannot allow that to stand, so we are going to have to wipe out the faction. Meanwhile, our dignitaries are slowly making their way towards Parsa. We do want to convert the province as much as we can, and if we can use our dignitaries to kind of help take the province away from them, as keep in mind we are playing with the Timbe trade region submod, then that would be quite ideal. We are going to move more dignitaries into Parsa. We do want to take Parsa instead of Gore, and the reason being Parsa is a walled settlement. Us being a primarily nomadic horse archer army, taking walled settlements is kind of difficult. However, as far as Ekbatana is concerned, it is quite in a good position because we have an army outside Ekbatana, so we can fight this massive battle against them and also wipe out the garrison, making it a lot easier to conquer Ekbatana. Meanwhile, our spies over here are getting some valuable intel. We are going to move the other spy up ahead. And in order to declare the war against the Atropatene, I could directly declare the war against them. However, I do run a risk of losing my satrapies if I do so. So I'm just going to ask the Seleucids if I can join the war against the Atropatene, and they agree. Meanwhile, I can go ahead and even ask Zranka to join the war against the Atropatene. They are on low. We are going to offer them a bit of payment. They continue to reject. Let's have a look at whether the Bactrians would be interested. Give them a couple, and they do agree, so that is great. Meanwhile, we are going to attempt once more for this Ranka. They are on moderate for now, so that is great. And they have agreed to join the war, and that itself improves their opinion of us. Meanwhile, we can get trade agreements with the Seleucids, so we are going to try to see what all we can get against them. Yes, and the reason I do this is so that I can get a little bit of map discovery going. That's quite good. So we are allied with the Seleucids. Meanwhile, we can also get a trade agreement with Medevi. They are not interested in a trade agreement with us. How about Muscat? Muscat is on high, so we are going to ask them to pay us for it. Excellent. As is Gerhav. Let's see if they will trade with us. They do not like us. We don't have any other factions we can trade with. And so, without any further ado, let us just quickly hide this advisor and declare war against, or fight the battle against, this Atropatene stack. Now, we could auto-resolve this, and actually I am going to go ahead and do that because the auto-resolve is really favorable. 89% is quite good. I usually recommend 92%. However, I can live with 89%. And we are going to go ahead and enslave all the captives as well. And then we are going to besiege the city. And this should be a much easier auto-resolve, and hopefully we shouldn't lose any troops. Excellent, and we are just going to peacefully occupy because it is Parni culture. That is great. Meanwhile, there is a threat of this army coming over here and isolating our other armies. So we're going to put both of our armies outside the settlement. This army over here can go in that fortified stance. We are going to try to improve our army so we can go for the formidable fighters, which gives an increased melee attack skill as well as melee defense skill for all units, and that includes our cataphracts. Meanwhile, over here we can improve the army traditions of Horde to Parsa. And what we are going to do is we are actually going to dismantle this building over here. Perfect. And with that, we are ready to go ahead and end the turn, and I will see you all in the next turn. Alright, welcome back to the next turn. One of our daughters has come of age. That is great. Child is born. We have got some diplomas, some missions completed, so that is great as well. Meanwhile, our armies are slowly replenishing over here, so that is good. I do hope they are able to replenish to full in the next turn. Meanwhile, down south over here, we are going to keep moving our spy up towards Susa. And hopefully we can also move the other spy towards Ganzak, get a line of sight of what's going on over there. Meanwhile, our army won Parthia. We're going to see if we can recruit that final archer. And we can't for now. So we are going to stay put in this province. Quick look at Pura, see if they are upgrading that building. They aren't as of yet. However, we can hope that they do upgrade it, because once they upgrade it, we can go ahead and build those better Morian tower elephants, which are incredibly powerful. They are the best available elephants in game. Meanwhile, we are also going to upgrade some of our governors. Make sure that we get them onto that reformed type unit. Excellent. Perfect. And now a quick look at politics. So one of our daughters has come of age, and this character over here is nearly done. With its zeal, but we are going to go ahead and continue to improve her zeal. And meanwhile over here we can even upgrade the authority of this character. And in the next turn, we do want to help improve the authority of other characters so that they can go on that vacation. So that'll be great. Okay, perfect. It seems like politics is fine for now. And I could technically attack the Atropatene over here. Not that good for me to do so, so I am just going to wait a little bit for my armies to replenish before I go ahead and attack them. Welcome back to the next turn. Another daughter has come of age. And we have completed yet more missions, so we are getting some nice treasury built up over here. And which is the other daughter that has come of age? I don't see her over here. Alright, never mind. Let's just go ahead and further improve the zeal of this character. This character is now fully leveled up. We can improve the authority of this character over here. And send this character on a vacation to improve her cunning. So this character is almost a 10-10-10. Meanwhile over here, can send this character also on a vacation, which would be kind of helpful. It's going to cost me a little bit more to do. However, the more I do it, the more gravitas she gets, and she also levels up, which gives her gravitas per turn, which is quite powerful. Meanwhile, our dignitaries are slowly making their way towards Parsa. Quickly going to deploy over here. Characters aren't really going to get Parsa off of Parsa, so we might actually have to go to war with them. Meanwhile, the two armies of the Atropatene have moved down south towards Susa, so that's something we have to watch out for. They can, you know, flank us and come up into our rear. We are going to deploy our spy in the middle of Ganzak and Prasfa, and we are going to attempt our level best to take both of the settlements. With an auto resolve should be fine. And yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So move up this army over here. 91% is quite good. Go ahead and peacefully occupy the settlement. Meanwhile, we're going to do the same with Ganzak. Go ahead, attack that settlement. And we do have that 91% once again. And we can peacefully occupy this settlement as well. And so now we control the entire province of Mada. We are quickly going to dismantle all the buildings that we do not require. And the idea is to convert this into a kind of economic province, since we don't really have a lot of economic provinces. Some of the things that we can struggle with is our economy, as the Parthians don't really have a very strong economy in comparison to the Hellenic or even the Roman factions. However, this spice trade bazaar is quite good. But now I do want to get that. I do want to get the Khanat, which is basically the equivalent of the sanitation building, although it does have a much lower growth per turn. So yes, with that, I think we are done for this turn, and I can end the turn, and I will see you all in the next turn. Alright, welcome back to the next turn. We are going to select subjugation. Meanwhile, the Atropatene are just left with the one region of Susa. Our armies up here in the north have fully replenished, so we are going to slowly make our way down towards Susa and try to wipe out the Atropatene once and for all. Also over here we can begin to build up several buildings, so we are going to go ahead and do that. So the taxes are off over here, so that is something we need to consider. Quick look at what we can build over here. But this does give an extra growth per turn. And I do believe this is quite good, as well as it does give 40% wealth from all commerce. That is actually quite powerful. 40% wealth from all commerce. Unfortunately, we don't have that many commerce buildings over here. So we're just gonna have to work. It does give +6 growth per turn as well, which is really good. So I am a little bit confused as to what I should build. Meanwhile, we do also have the wealth from culture, and I believe some of our temples do also provide that. Cultural wealth, there we go. And yeah, we really have to consider what we need to build over here. Meanwhile, the jewelry does give extra wealth from commerce as well. So I am just contemplating as to what to build over here. So I'm not really used to these Eastern factions and their economies as much as I am familiar with Rome and the Hellenic factions. This also gives Parni cultural influence. It is quite powerful. Unfortunately, we don't have that many commerce buildings that we can build in the region. We don't really have any other options. And yes, we don't have that many other options, so what I could go for is actually how much public order this gives me. See, it just gives me 2 public order, which is quite bad actually. What about these? Do they give any public order? They actually take away public order. That's not good. Because public order is the main thing that we will have to deal with once we do have our economic provinces up and ready. I am just going to cancel this building and go in favor of a slave trader. Then I do want to build myself the Eastern Spice Bazaar as well. Alright, for now I am thoroughly confused, so I am just going to go ahead and try to spec up for commerce as much as I can. And let's see how that goes in the future. Meanwhile, to convert this into the sanitation building, what technology do I need? I need the strengthened walls, and strengthened walls, where is that? I do believe it should be somewhere over here. Strengthened walls, alright, perfect. I don't need to go ahead and research this for now. What I can research is something to improve my food. And it seems like everything is under control for now. Let's have a look at all of our provinces. We are making a decent amount of money. However, I'm sure that we can make a lot more if I manage to figure out how I really want to build up over here. Go ahead, hire that last Mauryan archer. So our army over here is nearly done. Meanwhile, I do want to get that field artillery, and I'm just contemplating where exactly I can build it, at least temporarily. And I think the best option is, this does give me 2 food, and food is quite critical for now. So what I do want to do, have a look at all of our options over here. This one does give -1 empire maintenance. This does give some growth per turn as well. However, this is of course the main industrial building. Not many good options, honestly, to speak with Parthia. What I could do is I could actually start researching for the quartermaster, and I am going to go ahead and do that. Meanwhile, I can stop building up this building. I am going to build my siege equipment over here so that I can go ahead and get those siege equipments real quick. Meanwhile, I am going to march my armies down towards Bam as well so that they can level up. Quick look at our politics up next. Our daughter over here can nearly marry off. Meanwhile, our character over here can go ahead and improve the zeal of this character, as well as our faction leader can improve her authority. So she is at maximum authority. And over here, I do want to improve her cunning. Perfect. And with that, I guess I am ready to end the turn, and I will see you all in the next turn. Let's go ahead, quickly move some of our spies into Armenia to steal some food, give us a bit more food. Perfect. And with that, I'm going to go ahead, end the turn, and I will see you all in the next turn. Alright, so the Atropatene have decided to attack me. They do have a massive army. I am just going to simply retreat a little bit.
Destination reached.
And now they are out of position and I can attack them in the next turn. Welcome to the next turn. Our dignitaries are in the region and they're not able to get Parsa out of the Parsons. Meanwhile, over here in Ekbatana, the Atropatene have moved in real close. So we are going to go ahead and attack them. And before I do that, I'm going to have a quick look at all my provinces, make sure I have built them up. Meanwhile, also move my main army into Bam. Quick look at Pura. They're still not building it up. Bit of attrition in this province. Everything does seem to be looking fine. Meanwhile, politically speaking, we are losing some public order in some provinces, so we are going to send some of our other party wives to improve that public order. Excellent. And we can also engage in some politics, so let's go ahead and do that. Meanwhile, this character over here can marry off. And what we are going to do is improve the zeal of this character further. And we can also improve the authority of this character as well. Perfect. And now we can send this character on a vacation. So that's perfect. Pretty much there's nothing else to do over here in terms of politics, I believe. So, gonna quickly check our faction leader. He can't really help anyone at the moment. Move back towards Ekbatana and we are going to try to attack the Atropatene over here. So as you can see, it is going to be a massive battle and I do want to fight this battle. Even though we can easily auto-resolve it, 79-80% is quite good in order to wipe out the entire army. However, I'm just going to quick save over here and hop right into the battle and I will see you all in the battle. Alright, welcome to the battle. Let's start our deployment. Our reinforcements are coming in from the left, so we are going to move our army as close as possible to them. And we're going to go ahead, start the battle. Quickly move around.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
Okay, make sure our generals are in group 1. Get 10 of these units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in group 2. Another 10 of these units. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in group 3. Get this in group 4. Get 4 of these guys group 5. 4 of these guys in group 6. And every remaining horse archer will be in group 4. 3, 4, group 4. 2, 3, group 4. Group 4. Let's go. So we are done grouping up our units. We are quickly going to move them out into position. Group 4, come on. Group 5, our cataphracts and our general can get in behind. Meanwhile, select all of our horse archer units, toggle on that skirmish mode. Go ahead, push up into the enemy. We wanna fight the battle as much as we can in the center of the map. so that we have a lot of maneuvering space. As one of the battles against the Morians we saw, we pretty much fought in the corners of the map, and that was quite painful. Go ahead, move our horse archers up there.
Awaiting orders. Riders, at the devil!
Perfect. Now horsemen are slowly charging towards the enemy.
Horse archers!
They look fantastic actually. Alright, and very soon the battle should commence.
Cavalry, missiles ready! Missile-armed riders!
One thing about horse archer armies is that the battles take really long, because you are basically kiting the enemy, you're buying yourself that time. So unlike our Mauryan series where we could fight really quick battles and decisive battles, this series is more about, you know, fighting it slow, giving the enemy a lot of headache. Perfect. Quick look at Group 2. Group 2 seems fine. We're going to move them up onto the hill. Move our generals behind. Group 4. Cataphracts can come behind. I don't want my cataphracts to take any missile damage. Group 2, keep moving behind. Come on. We do have a bunch of melee cavalry over here. Get Group 3 behind. Group 6, you can come in this direction. Group 5, go ahead. Charge that unit. Group 2, move back. Group 3, move back as well. Group 6, you can go ahead, attack that unit. General, I need you to come behind, please. Group 4, you're looking good. Group 5, go ahead, hunt down any of these units, please. Group 3, move behind. Generals can quickly deal with that. Group 6, you're done over here. Group 2 can go ahead and charge into this unit. Meanwhile, you want to charge over here. Our cataphracts in Group 5 are taking a significant amount of damage. We're gonna have to pull them back quite soon, but pulling them back when they are engaged in melee is quite risky. Group 2 is done well. We can move ahead, try to charge into that unit. Group 6. Group 4. Alright, this is good. We want to move our cataphracts out of there. They have done enough and they have taken enough damage. Move our generals behind as well. Get Group 3 out ahead. Move our cataphracts on the right flank behind as well. Perfect. Group 2, move back. Group 5. It is going to be our cataphracts for the most part that take the bulk of the enemy damage. Move our general behind. General, go ahead, charge that unit. Wonderful. What's going on here with Group 5? Move them behind. Group 2, you're getting caught out. These cataphracts over here are taking unnecessary damage. General has done well. General can go ahead, keep charging those units. And Group 5, you can go ahead, attack this unit. Group 2, move behind. Group 5, you've done quite well. Charge this unit. General, move out of there. these guys to hit those. Group 4, come around. Go ahead, attack these units. Group 5, you're looking quite good. Go ahead, charge into these units. Move Group 5 behind. Group 2 as well. Group 3, you can move behind. Generals need to move behind. Get a cataphracts out of there. Group 4, you're done well. Pull back. Quite a significant amount of casualties for our cataphracts actually. All of our melee cavalry is going to take quite a beating because they kind of have to deal with the enemy melee cav. There's no way around it. Unless of course you're fighting a much smaller scale battle and you can effectively micromanage them quite well. Go ahead, charge this unit from all sides. Shouldn't be able to escape. And it should pretty much get absolutely destroyed with this charge. Meanwhile over here we can charge our cataphracts into that unit. Move behind, get our cataphracts further here. Group 2, keep moving behind. Group 3 as well, generals as well.
The enemy general.
Wonderful.
Is dead.
Move our cataphracts to hit those archers. And move our other horse archers to come a bit closer. One of our generals can go ahead inspire over here. Group 2, you're going to move further behind. We are running out of space now, and that is kind of a slight problem. But we can go ahead and charge into that unit. Meanwhile, cataphracts over here are getting caught out with the spear unit.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Group 2, I want you to primarily focus on these units. Cataphracts taking a bunch of damage actually, the cataphracts. Group 3, move behind. General, move behind. I'm gonna use these cataphracts to kind of charge into the rear over here. Meanwhile, Group 4, you can go ahead, attack that unit. Gonna move our cataphracts behind. They've seen enough of battle. Gonna move Group 4 up front like that. These cataphracts can come here, try to attack those units. Other cataphracts move out of the way. Group 2, you're quite close. Group 3, we are running out of space over here. So we're gonna have to kind of encircle these units as best as we can in order to defeat them. Wonderful.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Go ahead, charge these units. Perfect. And we are going to charge with our general as well as these units over here. Meanwhile, these units can charge into that. Cataphracts can charge these melee units from behind. Our general can go ahead, inspire everyone. We are going to rout out that blob over there, so that's good. Wonderful stuff over here. Quickly get our cataphracts to do a charge over here. Group 3, push up. General can come over here. Meanwhile, this other group can come over here. Group 4, move out. Group 6, you can go ahead, charge into the rear over there. Group 4, you can charge into this unit. Group 2, I want you to charge there. Group 6, go ahead, charge. We should be nearly done with this battle. quite a massive battle again. Mainly all the casualties on our cataphracts. Go ahead, quick forward over here. And I am going to hunt down the enemy units. However, I won't show that to you in this battle. And I will see you all in the campaign. Alright, managed to wipe out all 3 armies. We did lose quite a significant amount of cataphracts. About 400 of them. However, wiping out the enemy army, all 3 of them, is quite good for us. We could actually push towards Susa with both of our armies and wipe out the Atropatene. So we are going to go ahead and do that. I mean, I could wait to replenish. However, I don't have that much population in order to do so. I might end up losing a couple of cataphracts over here. However, it's nothing I can't deal with for the moment. Quickly move up our spy into this other province. Wonderful. Go ahead and quickly auto-resolve this one. Haven't lost a single cataphract unit. We can go ahead and loot this settlement. And the Atropatene have been destroyed with that. We are going to turn off taxes over here. And quickly repair all the buildings we need to repair. Demolish all the ones we need to demolish. And with that, I think I am ready to go ahead and end the turn. But before I actually do that, I am actually going to break off my agreements with Parsa. It seems like I have already. So the next target will quite obviously be Parsa. And the way we're going to have to deal with them is we're going to have to keep fighting outside this city. And we do, keep in mind, we do have another army over here. That is our siege army, so that's quite good. And as soon as we have researched engineering, we can build a quartermaster which will give us access to field artillery. And so I will go ahead and end the turn, and I will see you all in the future when I am ready to take out Parsa. Welcome to the future. We are in a position to attack Parsa. They have a blob of armies over here, multiple stacks, none of which are full stacks. And also they have 2 settlements. So we could technically attack Parsa, and then after we capture the capital, we can then kind of hope that these armies attack our armies outside the city. I doubt that'll be the case, but we will have to wait and see. However, a quick look at our provinces. All of our provinces are slowly developing. Our economy is looking quite good. We are having quite a serious public order issue in Mada. However, we can send our dignitaries to improve the situation over there. So we are going to go ahead and do that. Our economy is fairly decent. It's nothing really impressive. And hopefully, once I do convert Mada into that economic province, I'm going to shift all of my governor generals into the province. And then I am going to convert Parthia into our major horse recruiting province. So without any further ado, let us go ahead and attack Parsa. The way we can do that is we can actually ask the Seleucids if we can join the war against Parsa. They will accept. And now what we can do is we can ask our own subjects to join the war. They reject, so we are going to pay them a little bit. They still reject. Maybe the Bactrians would be more willing to join the war.
I am eager to hear your embassy.
They are on moderate. We are going to offer them a little bit of payment. They do agree. Perfect. That should kind of tip the Zranka to also agree for a small payment. Excellent. So in this way, as you can see, we are improving the relationships with our satrapies. We're going to go ahead, march our army towards Parsa. It is a really favorable auto-resolve. I mean, it's 95%. And I could just simply auto-resolve this, or I could fight. One of the reasons I do not want to fight, or I would want to fight, so I'm actually going to contemplate that, is I did believe that the quartermaster would give me some you know, access to field artillery. However, it is the craftsman's quarters that actually gives me access to the little bolos, so I actually have to research that, and I didn't consider that. So for now, I temporarily filled in the extra slot with another elephant. Can never go wrong with elephant units. However, I do think I don't want any of the other armies to take any casualties from this battle, so I am going to quick save, and I will see you all in the battle, and I will fight with the small army. Alright, welcome to the battle. We are going to start our deployment. Quickly have a look at the walls that surround us. I think this is the best attack route. If we did have a piece of artillery, that would be ideal. We would be able to break this wall over here, as well as the wall right adjacent to it, and have a massive opening for our elephants to charge. For those of you who have seen my Mauryan episode, you will know that this is incredibly powerful. Quickly just going to adjust the levels over here to 185. Perfect. It was a bit too bright. And what we're going to do is we are actually going to group up our armies real quick. Get all of our elephants in one group. Put them out over here like so. Move all of our cataphracts. Cataphracts are pretty useless in siege battles. However, they are quite good in land battles. Meanwhile, we can get our melee troops in group 5, as well as our hoplite in group 6. And with that, we can go ahead, start the battle, move our ladders towards the wall, move our archers forward, spread them out as thin as possible. And I am going to fast forward this. Slowly move our hoplite closer to the gates. We do want to burn down the gates and then use our hoplite to go onto the walls. Our archers have begun firing into the enemy archers that are on the ramparts. And we can have a look at our army. I'm going to slow down over here. So you can see we have our Greek mercenary hoplite. So that's quite good. And we do have some extremely good shock troops over here. And all the way in the back we do have our Mauryan archers. So as you can see, a very satrapal levy styled army, which will be quite useful for conquering wall settlements. For some reasons our ladders have stopped moving, so we are going to reissue those orders. Some of the troops have decided to come up front, and we are going to quickly get our hoplite into formation. And we are going to set our hoplite in phalanx formation. Start burning down these gates. Burning down the gates is going to be the critical aspect of this battle, because we really need to get our elephants into the fighting. As most of you have seen, elephants can be quite powerful in a siege, because they can just pretty much run into the gap and inflict some massive damage. Meanwhile, our hoplite are acting like missile, tanks, so they are soaking up a lot of the missile damage and pretty much allowing our more missile vulnerable troops to approach the wall unhindered.
Yours to command.
And looking at the garrison, they do have a full garrison in here. However, not really that great troops, really, so to speak. We're almost done burning down this gate. Quickly move up our troops. And I think what I can do is replace our cataphracts with some horse archers. They should be a lot better in siege battles because they can also fire some missiles.
Melee infantry! Cut them down! Swordsmen!
So get a bit of variety for our horse units, And that should be quite good actually for a siege battle. Meanwhile, the gates are down at 70%. Our hoplites have just started to take a little bit of damage. And these troops on the wall shouldn't do good against our own troops. 85%.
Malay infantry at the ready.
Alright, our Morians are scaling the ladders. They are going to reach to the top of these ladders and start to inflict some massive damage. Meanwhile, the gates have been burnt down, so I am going to remove these guys out of hoplite formation, march them up to the individual sides that are possible for them to do so. Keep moving them up. We're going to group all of these guys into one group for simplicity's sake. All of the other guys in the other group. Get these hoplites out of formation. The gates are almost done. We are going to very soon scale the other ladders as well. The Morian archers are doing quite well. They haven't gotten a lot of kills, to be honest. We are going to move them up a little bit ahead.
One of our units has used all its
Meanwhile, charge our hoplites into the other unit as well. And we are going to bring our elephants forward. Once the gates have been neutralized, we will charge our elephants through the breach. Let's have a quick look over here. As you can see, our Morian troops are hacking at the enemy. They are fairly vulnerable to missile damage, so we have to support them as quickly as we can. Meanwhile, on the other section of the ramparts, our other Morian troops have started to inflict their damage onto this unit.
The enemy's gates have been destroyed.
Excellent. Just going to fast forward a little bit over here, since there isn't really much to see. Move our elephants into position. Get our archers over here so that they can fire into the enemy unit. Other archers over here as well. Excellent. And now timing is of the essence if we want to prevent damage taken by our Shreni Yoda. And the gates have been neutralized, which means we can charge in with our elephants. Gonna slow down over here. Watch all of our elephants charge into the main. And as you can see, they will begin to inflict a lot of damage over here. We are gonna keep clicking on different units to move our elephants across.
For glory! Charge! For glory! Engage!
And we're gonna click into this unit as well. Elephants are doing some pretty massive damage over here. Keep moving them around. Keep hitting as many of the troops as we can. I don't know why our elephants are wavering. They're pretty good in terms of men. Gonna charge back into these units. Elephants can go ahead, keep charging. Charge all the way over there.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Keep moving the elephants. We need to keep spamming those clicks in order to quickly route out. And as you can see, our elephants have already done a massive job. Elephants are just so powerful in siege battles, really. There's nothing much you can do when you have elephant units. Meanwhile, we can move our melee troops down the walls. Get our archers onto the ramparts as well. Elephants, we haven't lost a single elephant unit. They are doing some pretty massive damage over here. And this archer unit is all but done. There is no hope for this guy. Perfect. And with that, it seems like we have won the battle. Really minimal casualties. Much better than what I expected it to be. And I guess I will see you all in the campaign. That's just about 50 casualties, I believe. And we have conquered Parsa, the capital of the Parsans. And of course, the capital of the Achaemenid Empire, Persepolis, as it is known by the Greeks. We just lost 70 troops from that entire engagement. And what we can do is we can either loot the settlement, get a lot of money for it, or we can raise it. And I think I am actually going to raise the settlement. I do want to convert the province as quickly as I can, as this is one of the harder provinces to convert for us. So quickly go ahead, build up some temples. Meanwhile over here, our other armies can go ahead and attempt to attack this army over here, and we should have a pretty massive battle on our hands. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty massive battle. They do have 9,000 troops versus our 4,800. I'm going to quick save over here, hop right into the battle. Alright, welcome to the battle. We are going to start our deployment. Perfect. And we are going to move all our troops behind. Try to get... Let's just put them up into that formation so that I do believe this will be an easier way to group them up. Get group 4 over there, group 5 over here, group 6 over here. Go ahead, start the battle. Fast forward over here.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
Get these guys here. These two can go into group 5. So group 5 can form up. These two can go into group 6. We can form up group 6 over here. Wonderful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get into group 4. Group 4 can form up over here. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Group 3. Group 3 can form up over here. And the remaining into group 2. Group 2 can form up over here. Perfect. Select all of our cavalry. Toggle on that skirmish mode. And that was definitely a lot faster. So we are going to move up our troops now. We can move them up in a very organized fashion, since we did manage to kind of group up our units quite quickly. Alright, and we really need to watch out for the enemy units. They do have a lot of really good cavalry units. And once again, I do believe our cataphracts are going to take a brunt of the damage. Keep group 3 just out of reach. And we do want to bring group 2 over there a little bit closer. Group 3 over here. Get group 4 kind of over here. Slightly away from the enemy. We are going to turn around because all of the reinforcements are coming in from the right. Group 2 move up. Slow down the battle for now. Group 3 over there. Group 4. Get you into position. Group 6 and group 5, you can be in this gap. Meanwhile, we are going to pull back with group 2 because they do have a bunch of melee cavalry that's making a charge for us. Group 5, go ahead, try to attack that unit. Group 3, move behind. Group 4, come on. Cataphracts on this other flank and go ahead, try to hit that unit. Go ahead, charge that unit. You're going to charge this unit. Wonderful. Move up group 2 this way. Group 3, come back. Generals behind. And the cataphracts over here are doing quite well. They are getting charged a lot. So this is quite the problem when the enemy has a lot of cavalry units. We are just simply going to charge into this unit. And charge as well into this unit. Meanwhile, our cataphracts over here are done quite well. Go ahead, charge. Keep chasing that unit. The more they run away from us, the more damage they're going to take. Quick look at group 6. Group 6 is looking good. Group 3, go ahead, charge over there. Actually, group 6 is looking pretty bad, not pretty good. They are surrounded. Group 3, go ahead, hit that unit. Group 4, you can go ahead, hit over there. Okay. Move our cataphracts into position. Group 6 did manage to take a little bit of damage. Group 6, I want you to pull behind. Generals can go support the horse archers on that right flank. Meanwhile, move back all our horse archers. This is really the problem over here. We do have a bunch of cavalry. Maybe we can charge them. Go ahead, get a cataphracts to hit that unit. A little bit of a soft flank over there. And our general can go ahead, charge over here. What I do want to do is support my cataphracts, because the last battle kind of taught me that, you know, just using my cataphracts alone can kind of cause problems. Move out our cataphracts, hurry up. Meanwhile, we are going to move out group 4 as well. Move our general out of there. Get our cataphracts out. They took quite significant amount of damage. They are about 50% health.
We await your orders.
And we are going to go ahead, charge this unit. It's quite weak. Meanwhile, we can use these cataphracts to charge into that enemy cav. Take it out of the battle once and for all. Quick look of what's going on at group 4. I want to keep pulling them behind. Perfect. Group 3 can keep pushing behind. These cataphracts are really low. Keep moving these cataphracts out. One of the major battles, group 2 can go ahead, charge into that unit. Perfect. And these guys can go ahead, charge here. The cataphracts can support them. And the general should get a good charge over here in the backs of those units. As long as they keep retreating, we will be in a good position, a very good position. Go ahead, charge over here. You're going to charge into these units. Group 2 is done. Move our cataphracts out of there. Cataphracts on the left flank are doing quite well, actually.
The enemy's hidden units.
Meanwhile, over here, we are nearly done with those units. Pull our cataphracts out of there. They've done well as well. Move our general. Generals are doing quite well, actually. They haven't taken single casualty. Gonna move our cataphracts out. Really, group 2 now is... It's all about group 2 and its maneuvering. Group 3 can go ahead, charge over there. Group 4 can charge here. And these cataphracts can charge over there. Just managed to see that. Gonna go ahead, charge into those units. Group 4. Group 3, you're doing quite well. Group 2, go ahead, charge into that unit. And our cataphracts over here in the far end have dealt with that horse unit. Group 3, pull back. Good charge, good charge. Group 4, I want you to pull back. Actually, go ahead, hit all of these units. Our general over here can inspire everyone. Horse archers can charge back in. Group 2, you're doing really well. These cataphracts over here need to move away from the enemy general. Move our own general behind. Group 4, keep moving. Move our own general, come on. Group 4 as well. Group 3, you're doing quite well. Group 2 as well. Group 3, form up again. You are going to begin charging into this unit. Group 2, you're going to do the same actually. We're going to bring our cataphracts over here. 2 of you can hit the other archer unit. Perfect. We are going to go ahead with Group 4, try our level best to charge into the enemy units. Group 3, go ahead, charge in that direction. Group 2, go ahead, charge these guys. Excellent stuff. These cataphracts are pretty much done for the battle. Group 3, pull back. General, go ahead, inspire over here.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Group 3, pull behind. Group 2, you're also gonna pull behind. Get away from all those spearmen. And we need to pull off Group 4. Group 1, go ahead, attack that.
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
Group 4 can actually go there, hit that unit over there. Group 3. Wonderful. So far the battle is looking quite well. We should be able to win this one. The cataphracts are moving really slow. They're quite tired. They're really slow units. They're not really the best at hunting down missile troops. However, our horse archers are quite different in comparison. Can charge Group 2 into those units, hopefully.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Group 4, come up close. Where are our cataphracts? They're over here. Want to pull them out. We're gonna go all the way over there into the trees.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
2, go ahead. General, go ahead, hit that unit. Group 4. Group 3, pull up behind.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Group 2, I don't want you to hit that unit. Instead, I want you to come over here. Try to get these guys in the center out as quick as possible. General, go ahead. Group 4, hit that unit, huh? And Group 3 over here is doing quite well as well. We can go ahead, do a full frontal charge. Move up Group 2 to hit this unit here in the back. Cataphracts over here can come ahead, hit that unit.
The battle is turning in our favor.
We are at your command.
Group 3 is almost done with that unit, I believe. Gonna pull them back a little bit. Group 2, you can charge in all directions. Alright, perfect. Group 3, pull back. General can come back into the fighting, perhaps attack those units. Group 2, I want you to come out of there. Group 4, I want you to come out of there. Cataphracts as well, you can come out. Group 2, I think this is the path of your least resistance. Group 4, meanwhile, you can just go in this direction. Group 3, come on, pull back.
One of our units has used
All of our
its ammunition.
cavalry out of there. Group 3, go ahead, charge into that unit. Group 4, you're nearly done over here. Group 2.
One of our units has used all its
Perfect,
ammunition.
our general as well. Group 6, go ahead, charge over there. Group 2 as well. General can charge into that melee unit.
Comrade, missiles ready. Riders at the double.
Go ahead, pull Group 3 behind.
Missile cavalry.
Group 2, you can come behind. Cataphracts, you can also come behind. Group 3, perfect. Gonna go ahead, charge that heavy spear unit. Group 4, meanwhile, you're gonna move closer. We are in the process of killing the entire army, so I am going to end the battle right here, but I will continue to chase them down, and I will see you all in the campaign. So we have managed to wipe out 2 armies, and just 2 remain. However, they are significantly depleted. As you can see, they have just 1 unit each. We managed to lose only 770 troops while killing 8,400. Gonna go ahead and slave all these captives. They are going to retreat towards Gore. And we do have an opportunity of wiping out this faction over here. And I am gonna go push up ahead. And I could lose some cataphract units over here. Really can't move this army up ahead. Let's see. Will they reinforce? No, they will not. However, we are running out of time, so I'm just going to quick save, auto-resolve this. I might lose a cataphract. Remains to be seen. But we will have wiped out the faction of Parsa. And now we are the dominant Persian power over here. We're going to go ahead, quickly raise the settlement. And with that, we conquered all of Persia. We do have our satrapies in the east, Bactria and Sranka. Meanwhile, we have conquered all of Persia and we are the Shah of Shahs. Anyways, with that, I am going to go ahead and end the video. And I thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And if you liked the video, please like the video. And don't forget to subscribe if you are interested for more. Peace and love.